I'm with Iconiq Studios, and together we're going to talk about the design process behind Tomb Raider Crypt of Chronos. Hi, I'm Julian from Meeples, and I'm joined by Luke from Iconiq Studios, and let's get into the design process of this fantastic game. Now, this was on Kickstarter and funded within 20 minutes.
Yes, and it's still on Kickstarter now for the next 27 days, I think.
And going great guns. So, obviously this is a Tomb Raider. This is something that people of a certain age and younger are going to know very intimately. How did this, I wonder how it came about. How did we start this?
So we had an idea. We had an idea of, we work with licenses, we do licensed board games, licensed figures, and we got this idea of we'd love to do a Tomb Raider game.
Yeah. And
the general idea was, what if Lara went on a new adventure, but this time it just happened to be on your tabletop?
Right.
And that was the pitch to Crystal Dynamics. We had this idea of making it a solo game. A lot of IP games have solo modes, but we've never seen one specifically built for solo play before.
I haven't realised that.
No, not IP games. They always have some sort of mode, but not one built up from the ground up for it. So we pitched it. They'd never heard of a solo game before. We had to explain that a little bit. Somehow, we've now got this far, and I don't know how. I had expected at some point somebody would get cold feet and say, "You've got to turn this into a more traditional game." Never happened.
That's amazing.
So here we are.
This was the game you always wanted to make.
Absolutely.
You just thought, okay, at some point we're going to insert some minor characters. Everyone's going to be playing different Laras.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that would have polluted it for me. As a long-term Lara fan, I want to have that experience, because I think a lot of people grew up playing video games and now, like me, have said, I don't want to stare at screens at night. I want to experience this on a table. So to have an IP that's so familiar and so important to me, playable now as a physical thing on a table, is so exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting for us as well, and we knew we wanted this to be an authentic Tomb Raider experience. And I think that's why we got the license.
And you know Tomb Raider, you're a gamer?
Yes, absolutely. We have been a Tomb Raider fan forever, right since the start.
And is that inspired by the earlier Tomb Raiders, or is it all Tomb Raiders, a glimpse towards the future?
It's very much all Tomb Raiders. Our Lara is based on unified Lara, which is obviously the future Lara, which is Lara that has been through all the previous adventures, and this is her now. We're very much in that space.
So how does it translate? How do we take what is a solo video game experience and make it a tabletop one?
I think the way we approach this, rather than going, okay, here are the specific things in a Tomb Raider game, how do we do those? It was, what would Tomb Raider look like if it had always been a board game?
Right.
And that was kind of the starting point. I knew we wanted this to be a brand new story for her, a brand new adventure. So once we started to come up with this concept of what is she doing on the board, what does this look like, how does this shape, everything kind of came from there. I started off by looking at what's the difference between a board game and a video game. And one of the key factors is time. Yeah. Because when you're moving around in a video game, obviously you're moving, everything's happening simultaneously. But in a board game, you do something, then the enemy does something, then something happens. So time became a bit of a theme. And from that came Chronos, and the general sort of wider concept of the game.
So we talked a lot about the experience of Tomb Raider, which when you're playing a video game is a larger, broader, full-on experience, but we're also on Crypt of Chronos having shorter, smaller play as well.
Yes, there's two very distinct modes in the game. There is what's called an adventure book mode, which is a structured 15 mission campaign. But they can be played individually as well, and there's various challenge missions you can do within those. And they take sort of 20 to 60 minutes. And then there is a much wider 3-hour, I want to sit down and properly embed myself in that world, island campaign mode.
And is that a one and done once you've experienced that campaign?
No, that is randomized every time.
Fantastic.
So there's a lot of replay value, always.
And as we were, in earlier videos, I've discussed allusions to games, hints towards those. It really does serve that kind of fan community as well.
Absolutely. One of the key ones is the outfit card. So you can craft a new outfit for Lara. Yeah. And every outfit gives you some sort of ability, some sort of buff. So every one of those outfits comes from a previous Tomb Raider game. And we have a logo on there that shows you which one it came from as well. And we've picked those from across the series.
And you had free reign to just include any of those? That was...
yeah, pretty much. We pitched what we wanted, and they went for it.
And there was no limits? You could just turn Lara into the Lara you wanted her to be?
It was a collaborative process with Crystal Dynamics, so we would pitch across what we wanted, and I don't think they said no to any that we pitched, though, really. But yeah,
was there any time you thought, okay, this is I've seen on the stretch goals we've got Winston the Butler,
Oh yes.
and that was, anyone who's played Tomb Raider knows the importance of having a Winston in the game.
Yeah.
Particularly that specific model
Absolutely.
that you're going for. Was there any time you thought they're never going to allow this? This is just ridiculous. This is not going to happen.
I thought that throughout the campaign for pretty much everything. I thought they were going to pull.
You're still pinching yourself, aren't you?
I can't believe it. I really can't. But the Winston, I mean, this morning we just unlocked Croft Manor as a new location for the game, which is an epilogue mission that takes place after the story.
Nice, okay.
And then obviously we're working towards Winston at the minute, and we have a few more surprises on the way as well.
And any hints towards what might be coming? Is this self-contained? Can we have more in this world with the engine you've built, or is this just going to be the one game?
At the moment, the focus is on the one game.
Of course.
But there is a lot of room in here for people can, somebody asked on the Kickstarter the other day about, can you create your own missions, your own campaign?
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely can. The system is very flexible to allow
fantastic.
for that. So.
And this is really, Iconiq has existed for some time now, but now this is going to be the launching pad for you. This is going to put your name on the map, and that must be exciting as well.
It is exciting. It's exciting to see the fans get excited about a game like this.
And so what's next? What's next in the immediate future with the Kickstarter, Iconiq as a whole?
Sleep.
That always helps.
thing. Yeah.
Not getting so much here at the UK Games Expo.
No, never at these type of events. The next plan is we are going to, after the show, I will get all the copies of the game back, send them out for playtesting, and that's when we start to refine the rule book and make sure that everything works and functions as it should, and things get tweaked. And then we look at some of the stretch goals and expansion packs, making sure they all work. And then we look at taking it to production. That's the next step.
When can we realistically see this? I mean, for anyone making crowdfunding at the moment, it's a difficult time.
Yes,
with tariffs and the complexity of shipping. When can we realistically aim for this?
Our goal is to deliver it by February next year.
Oh wow.
And it's an optimistic timeline, but we have given optimistic timelines for our last few campaigns, and we've met them. Our first campaign, our first ever Kickstarter that we did, we were hit with COVID, we were hit with the global shipping crisis, and things were delayed. So after that, we said, okay, we'll take this to Kickstarter once we have a solid delivery plan in place. We've been doing that since. So yeah, we've got to, hopefully we're on track for that.
Much like Lara, you've been making your own luck.
Absolutely.
Well, that's been fantastic talking to you. If you want to see more from both the Crypt of Chronos and from us at Box Meeples, do make sure you're subscribed, because we're going to be doing more content as we keep going through this campaign and towards eventual release, and probably beyond that as well, because a little bit of a Lara Croft fan. I don't know if you've actually noticed that.
I have. I picked up on it.
I do keep it relatively discreet as much as I can. But as always, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That was ridiculously hard.
Jeez, that was really difficult.